American A71.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW in color.
Well, you already know all that stuff, right? We've been through this before. Okay, so Saturday, July 8th, this is take 2. We've reduced our streaming parameters,
American A71, clear
and maybe that will be enough to keep us on the air this time. Okay, let me punch this. There we are. We're down to 97 degrees. Yes, we missed the flight to Rome. Or from Rome, I should say.
Left away, runway 18 left, Spirit Wings 275.
I've lost track of all the planes, but I'm glad you could find us again here at Runway DFW. Now, I don't know if it has to do with the heat, this internet problem we have occasionally. Now, on our last broadcast, which was, it was on the 4th of July. It was at this very same time of day.
Cleared for takeoff, RNF Ellular and Spirit Wings 275.
Well, there's the flight that came in from Rome. It is a Dreamliner, flight 289-787-8. And you know what? You are to be rewarded, ladies and gentlemen, viewers of Runway DFW, because we're about to see the Queen of the Skies, Singapore Airlines, flight 789, a 747-400 going to Brussels. And there's Chuck packing it in. Chuck, good to see you again. Okay, yeah, air conditioning. Thanks, Chuck. Chuck Tolsma, a very good friend of the channel. Forever known as the man who introduced Kevin of Airline Videos Live to the exquisite elixir that is Topo Chico mineral water.
Over departure, good day, Spirit Wings 275.
Alexandra Defendi is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Alexandra or Alexandra. Here's our new animation. 747. So I don't think I've gotten to any of our messages yet, either in this program or the previous attempt. What can we tell you about this plane? This 747-400, 17 years old. And again, it's off to Brussels. And that means it could go out over to the east side for takeoff. But we'll keep our fingers crossed that we get to see it lift off into the skies right in front of us here on 18 left. And I still do have, we will see later tonight, if our signal holds up, we will see later tonight the dispatch of the A380 back to London, the British Airways Speedbird. It came in while we were setting up, and I do have a recording of it landing as we say hello to Scott McLean, our newest subscriber. Thank you, Scott. So yes, and I'll play that back when we have a free moment or so. It's always nice to have something in the can, as they say in the TV business, to show when there's nothing else to see. So for those of you who are watching our first stream and saying, wow, that looks nice, it's so crisp and clear, because we were broadcasting in 1080p, 60 frames a second, and now we've kind of dumbed it down to 720p, 30 frames a second. So we're sending out a lot less data, and it may, on a big screen, it may look a little bit less distinct, but...
7979 Heavy, continue over the Yankee Bridge, give way to the American 737, head to your right at Gull, and contact ground 0.65 when you get on top of the bridge.
So I do believe...
with the bridge, give way to 737, and on Gulf, 12165, 7979 Heavy, okay.
1816, taxi Echo Alpha, hold sugar from it when you left.
You heard the captain relaying information back to the tower that this plane is indeed going over to the east side. We welcome Michael Bucilli as a new subscriber to the channel. Subscriptions are free. Memberships are also available if you really like what you see. So is this, after this crossed runway 18 right, that leaves space for this plane to land. Canonist, our newest subscriber. Does that refer to your kind of camera that you favor? Jose Vieja. Viela is our new subscriber.
16 cross, runway 18 left and Alpha, contact ground 0.65 on the Alpha Bridge.
All right, 2165 on the Alpha Bridge, and we are cleared to cross 18 left out.
So you're about to see the big 747, and there it is, heading over the bridge to the east side of the facility.
Okay, cross 18 left at Whiskey Lima, 0.85, and that's 7. Tower American 2381, about 10 miles out, visual 18 right.
2381, DFW Tower, wind 1.
We will do our best to bring you the liftoff of this particular plane as it goes into the sky, but we can't see the runway that it's going to take off from. Because we're on the wrong side of the airport for that. Here is DFW Founders Plaza. We've got a few empty spots here today. I mean, it's a nice day, but very hot, as Chuck found out very quickly after he got here. And he did have a nice shady spot, but still 98 in the shade. That'll take it out of you. Don't worry, folks, I got lots of water. Our equipment is in the shade. Our computer, which is the brains of this outfit, is on a cooling pad. I'll show you that in a second here. So here's our setup. Now the computer is here. Underneath it is a fan, or actually there's 3 fans in there, and underneath that is a block of ice, blue ice. So it kind of keeps things cool, I guess. Let's say hello to folks. We haven't said hello to anybody yet. Our moderator and channel member Bill Platt says, LOL, the temp just went back up to 98 degrees. And he says, make sure to hit that like button. Maybe we get DFW to 12,000 subscribers this stream. We aren't getting close. Sebastian Echeverria says, what happened? And I'm sure he's referring to what happened with our stream. And it just kind of went flat. Now the hotspot that I'm hooked up to said we have an excellent signal, but that doesn't mean a lot if you can't see it. Now, just so you know, I did test it before we went on the air, and I was getting very more than acceptable speed to do what we were trying to do, so you just never know. I mean, until they put in, and I don't expect to see this, but until they put in fiber optic cables here and we can jack right into that, I think we're going to run into this problem with great regularity. That was Spirit Airlines Flight 1112 to Los Angeles.
Roger, Zulu, cross the way left, short of 18 right, local way 40 heavy.
American 2381, you're touching the short side.
Go on east side, American
2381, taxi to Echo Alpha, hold short of runway 18 left.
Echo Alpha, hold short 18 left, American 2381.
You see where that Brussels-bound Singapore cargo plane is. It's
Roger that, Zulu, crossing way right, Charlie Park, 840.
It is one of 3 planes lining up to take off on runway 17 right over there on the east side of the airport.
Arno, Laren, clear for takeoff, runway 3910.
Spirit 2112, contact approach, correction, Spirit 1112, contact approach.
What you're looking at there is American Eagle 3910 to Corpus Christi, Texas, and Embraer 175. It's on the Gulf Coast. What I really want to bring you is the 747 lifting off. We do have this American Dreamliner 7879. It's taxiing back to the hangar here on this side of the airport. The American hangars, or some American hangars, are just south of the UPS facility, which is immediately to the south of us.
2381 at Alpha, cross from the 1 left, contact ground 165 when you get on top of the Alpha bridge.
Press 1 left at Alpha.
So it looks like the Singapore Airlines Queen is second in line to take off now.
Track 2638, DFW General, wind column, runway 18 right, clear for lane. 2665, DFW General, runway 18 left, line up and wait for crossing traffic.
2655, line up and wait.
Over yonder, We've got American United, sorry, flight 2655. It's going to Denver. It's in 737.
Just want to confirm we're cleared to line up and wait.
800.
2665, hold short of 18 left. Hold short of 18 left, 2655. With 3910.
Have a great day on with 3910.
1998.
Yes, that is a 20th century plane. We like to salute those whenever we can.
18 left, line up and wait. Short, Spirit Wings 2902.
Not yet painted in the current livery of United Airlines. Maybe it never will be, because who knows, maybe they'll retire this one. And is our... oh, okay. Kind of holding on there. We've got a Spirit plane over there. The birthday cake livery.
Spirit Wing 2902.
That one is going to Phoenix. It's an Airbus A380. But meanwhile, we're going to pull out now and see if we can catch the Singapore 747. Blast off for Brussels. It is on 17 right, over there on the other side of the airport. According to our friends at Flight Radar 24. So what we propose to do here is to point our camera in this direction and then catch the 74 as it lifts off into the afternoon, late afternoon sky. Let's see what happens.
Echo Alpha, short of 18 left, American 2393. Yes, we are, American 2393.
Kenneth Murray says South flow today. Yes, South flow. All right, the Singapore 747 is on the move.
Departure spring 2902 small.
So depending on how heavy or light it is, we don't know where in this scene we will be able to see it lifting off from.
Park 485, DFW Tower, wind 2104, runway 18 right, clear to land. Runway 3581 on exit depart, runway 18 right, short and clear for takeoff.
I see a plane in the foreground.
Clear for takeoff on Boeing 3581.
There it is.
Check up for 502, DFW Tower, runway 18 right, short and line up for one.
Fly left, line up, Boeing, Tucker travel 2.
Passing behind the Grand Hyatt Hotel.
Discover 4950, contact default.
Back to Mark, Discover 4950.
Good day. American 2638, taxi via Echo Alpha, hold short of runway 18 left. Echo Alpha, hold short of 18 left.
Chad Hart says, thanks, Walt, for the entertainment. Proud member. Thank you, Chad. Olivula05 says, where is this? I ask myself that question all the time, but this is a DFW International Airport. One of the busiest in the world, the second busiest in the U.S., at least last month. There goes Sun Country Airlines. It's going to Minneapolis, St. Paul. From here at DFW International Airport, which is in Texas, in the United States, the south central part of the country. So if you've just happened upon our broadcast, we welcome you. You can't take anything for granted with YouTube. You don't know.
Delta 1665 on FTB Park.
We get lots of very nice regular viewers, but
Runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 1665.
there's always going to be somebody popping in who's new and just says, "What is this?" And so essentially we take pictures of planes landing and taking off.
18 left, line up and wait.
And occasionally there'll be some shenanigans here on at Founders Plaza, but may have seen a Delta plane go through your screen there. It's going to Salt Lake City. It's an Airbus A319.
Tower runway 3534, visual 18 right.
Runway 3534, DFW Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, wind 2003.
Clear to land, 18 right, runway 3534.
American 2393 cross, runway 18 left at Alpha, contact ground point 65 on the Alpha bridge.
That's 18 open Alpha and cross, point 65 south.
Shark Eclipse 1207 says Turkish 787-9, 31 minutes away. Carmel Melul says the planes here are more beautiful. Well, glad that that is your view of things. Drusilla McMillan says love DFW. Kevin Kelly says lots of planes, I think he means planes, come your way. J. Roque Huerta says, hi Walt, greetings from Monterey. We see plenty of flights coming and going from Monterey here. And Carmel lets us know that they're from Israel. George Ragsdale says, evening Walt, great show, thanks. Gary Z. Aught 6 says 96 and feels like 106 today in Miami. Goes a United plane. We should see where that's going, shall we? It happens to be going to Denver, the mile-high city. It's a 737-800. I think that's the one we saw earlier that we saluted with our 20th century salute. It was kind of hanging out there a bit. I don't know how many 20th century planes American has. I haven't investigated that. I know that United and Delta seem to have a lot that fly in here. Well, this to them is a kind of a secondary airport. Let's see, is anything coming in? Okay, we've got the Turkish coming in a few minutes. Well, it's not here yet. Let us take a look at if I can figure out how to do this. Super Painlick is our newest subscriber. What I'm trying to do now is, okay, I think I've got it here. This is the British Airways A380 as it came in. Now this is not live.
Ultra wing left to Whiskey.
This is recorded, so if you're looking at your flight radar and scratching your head, that's why. This is when that plane came in. So regrettably, we were not on the air yet, but that is indeed an accurate representation of its landing.
Tower Airways A380. Just heads up, we're going to need another minute on Whiskey Hotel.
Joshua Leclerc says, good afternoon, everybody.
Whiskey Fox, let you know, A380.
Michael O'Keefe is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Michael. Kevin Kelly says 20 Heavy is moving your way. As we finish watching this, Renee R is our newest subscriber. Runway DFW. Thank you, Renee. And American Flight 20 is headed over the bridge. And there you see, after we took a look at it on video, on recording, there's the current status of the big plane. Getting ready for its flight back to London. Now, we were talking about Flight 20 a moment ago. And we will point our camera at Flight 20 now, I think. There it is. It's going over the bridge to the east side, Flight 20. It's American Airlines going to London Heathrow, 777. And of course that plane is also going back to Heathrow in a couple hours, usually in the probably between 7:30 and 8:30 local time. And what time is it now? I should put our time back on the screen. Should I? Should I not? There we go. Robert Smith says, I waited until I couldn't wait any longer. I am back. Drusilla McMillan says, Walt, hope to fly to DFW soon. Well, just hop on a plane and get here. Emilio Cobo says, now I'm right here next to the guy himself. Is that you, Emilio? Pleasure to see you. I don't think he's in our shot. No, he's over that way, out of our frame. I hear those jingling bells. That means we have a new subscriber, Bandai. Thank you for being our newest subscriber, Bandai. That's American Eagle Flight 3553 going to Lubbock, Texas, and Embraer 175.
Well, they short the line with Boeing 3895.
Here goes another Dreamliner scooting over to the, wow, it's going fast. Put the brakes on. This is 787-9 headed into the hangar area for some R&R. Shark Eclipse 1207. I'm going to be at DFW Airport on Thursday for a flight out to Baltimore, Washington International. And Bill Platt says lots of new subscribers this stream so far. I like to see it. Yeah, this is. I haven't heard that bell jingling so with such rapidity. So we get a little sonic signature whenever somebody becomes a new subscriber or deposits a super chat. That was American Flight 1626 coming in from LaGuardia Airport in New York. We don't see too many LaGuardia arrivals over on this side. Our subscriber and friend of the channel, Runway Collin County, says, I'm going out of country on Friday the 14th at 6 a.m. Well, if we are on the air there, Runway Collin County, I'll do what I can to make sure that we broadcast your departure to the world.
America 1482 on into D-Park, runway 1 left, short and clear to takeoff.
Takeoff 1 on left and Marnev to B Park, runway 1482.
Let's take a look at arrival as it comes in over Founders Plaza here. This is coming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. 737-800, American Flight 981. And I love the airport code for Grand Rapids, GRR, G-R-R. We had some fun here on Tuesday night. It was the 4th of July here in the U.S. and we got to see a little fireworks show. Most of what we saw was kind of in this direction. So as planes were lining up to take off, we got to see some cool fireworks in the background. It was very nice. Who's ready for Trixie the Fox? Well, Trixie the Fox is on the tail of the Frontier Airlines Flight 1387 coming in from Baltimore, Washington International Airport. Somebody just mentioned Baltimore, Washington.
18 right, clear lane runway 3643.
But it's going to be swinging through this picture here. It'll be an A320neo. The next arrival here on runway DFW as we approach the 7 o'clock hour.
12, 1 left short here for takeoff on B Park.
Been kind of a hectic hour. Started off strong and then we had a connection meltdown. And I do have to mention to those of you who are tech oriented, our computer is connected to our internet access point by a cable. There's no Wi-Fi involved. The only thing that operates on Wi-Fi is our D camera, which didn't seem to be working today. Well, actually, it's a backup camera. We're seeing a certain number of arrivals which would ordinarily come in on the east side. What does that sign say? See that orange sign there? I'll try to
Echo Alpha short of 18 left, Frontier Flight 1387.
trying to get a better look at it here. Eric Moyer, thank you for joining us here on Runway DFW as a subscriber.
American 2417.
Well, that's funny. I can see the sign on that camera, but on this one, oh, there it is.
973 on the visual 180.
Patrick 24, new subscriber, thank you. It says runway 18 left, takeoff run available at a certain number of feet, I think is what that says. I've never seen that sign before. That would appear to be new. Well, going through there, that was American Flight 2417 off to Mexico City, 737-800. I think we're going to focus our camera next on Delta Flight 973. It's coming from Boston. And this is an A220-100. Just 2 years old. We'll see that in a minute. And again, what you're looking at there is Founders Plaza, the official plane spotting spot for people who spot planes. Provided by the airport. There's free parking. There was such a demand here on Tuesday night for people who wanted to see planes and fireworks that they had police out here, I guess, turning people away because kind of ran out of parking spaces here.
Arnab Blair, let's pick up 18 left short, American 1560.
American 1705, visual 18.
Just after 7 o'clock here at DFW International Airport. You're watching Runway DFW in color. Your host is named Walt. We are here with you until darkness. We should be able to bring you hopefully a nice Runway DFW After Dark show, so stick with us.
Crossline left with you, limit around the other side on 13643.
Cross 18 left at Alpha, 0.65 on the bridge for 1387.
Our friend and channel member, Raina Taylor, says, hey guys, I'm going to sign out because I might have to get ready for my practice today because I have a show tomorrow afternoon. So I wish everyone a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Well, thank you for checking in with us, Raina. Raina, of course, is a Special Olympics equestrian champion, so we always look forward to hearing about her exploits. She's a multi-gold medal winner. We're happy to have her here as part of the Runway DFW family. I do believe what you're looking at there is American Flight 1828, a 737-800, which is off to Austin, Texas, capital of the state. But before that happens, American Flight 1252, which is going to, I believe, Sacramento, California. An A321 is going to cut right in front of it.
Clear landing.
Rocket this side, American 2006. 2896, hold short of 18 left at Whiskey Lima.
Short of 1 left, Whiskey Lima, American 737.
American 18 at 28, wind is 2006. RNAV Laren, runway 18 left short, before takeoff.
RNAV Laren, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 18.
And like a good neighbor,
Departure American South 2.
Jeffrey Boo gives us a $10 super sticker. So thank you, Jeffrey. Much appreciated. And Shark Eclipse 1207 says Turkish Airways getting close, 2 minutes away. Well, let's see where it's going to be coming in here. Oh, it's going to be coming in on this side of the airport. How nice. That does not always happen. Often we will see that particular plane come in on the east side. So Turkish Flight 191 is on its way to see us. Rima Nanda is the newest subscriber. I think we're back. I think we're back in time to see Turkish come in. Sorry about that interlude. You're watching Runway DFW, live and in color from DFW International Airport. We've got puffy white clouds in the sky.
Yes, we did, envoy 3450.
Dr. MD, right as the Turkish airplane was about to land.
All right, we'll hold position for runway 3450. No, we did not.
Okay, well in that case, I guess...
Sooner Guy is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Sooner Guy, and thank you for your patience as we deal with what could be heat-related issues. As you can see on the screen, it's 97 degrees in the shade, and we've now entered into the sunlight here because our shade has disappeared. And there's the Turkish Airlines plane, which you may or may not have seen. Probably not. So apologies for that. But some things are in our control, some things are out of our control. We've got pretty much the finest equipment here. As Aviation Emily says, we back? I think we are. Maybe for a limited time only, I don't know.
We'll go to right, Whiskey Foxtrot, line up 118, left American 1241.
But we're going to give it the old college try.
Next plane 207, clear to land 18 right, hold short of Bravo.
We've got another heavy, which is probably something we won't see take off here on the west side. This 7879 Dreamliner, American Flight 132, it's going to Dublin. And it has taxied out from its departure terminal. Typically, this will go out on the east side, but who knows? I don't even see that United plane on my radar. Oh, it's going to Denver.
American 1578, holding short of 18 left, Whiskey Lima.
1999. Yes, another 20th century United aircraft, painted in the old colors. Keep glancing over to the computer to see if we're still on the air. I think we are. As long as I see a squiggly line. If it goes flat line on me, that means things are not good.
Convoy 3450, RNAV to depart, roller 1 is left door to quick takeoff.
RNAV to depart, clear for takeoff, 1 left, runway 34.
474 DFW, roller 1 is left door to line up on wave 7, still across that door.
And there goes the Dreamy Liner over to the east side for its next assignment to find a pot of gold. AV8 Gate to Gate says, Walt, Runway DFW, how's the traffic looking? Any breaks in the action so we can hear the story on your car in the shop? Well, sure. My car, I have an electric car. It's a Chevrolet Bolt of the year 2000. And there was a rather large-scale recall of that vehicle to replace the battery in it, the propulsion battery in it, the big one that makes it go. Because there was some defects that were part of that were found in the original manufacturer of the car. So I've been waiting more than a year for my new battery, and finally the call came a couple of weeks ago, and they put it in. It seemed to be fine, and so my car with 80,000 miles on it got a brand new battery. That Turkish plane's still waiting for a place to park. So anyway, I started getting, what was this, on Thursday I think, I started getting some crazy error messages on my screen about the propulsion system, and get this into the shop right away. So I called them on Friday morning, and they had me come in right away to the dealership, and I was there the whole day. They were doing diagnostic tests. And by the end of the day, they determined that they hadn't figured out what the problem was. So I am now driving a rental car. So it's funny because, you know, this is a bigger car than I'm used to. But it seemed like I had problems finding space for everything in it because I'm just not used to how I've got all my cubby holes arranged in my regular car, in the car that I'm used to. So 88 Gate to Gate says, the new battery is good, the errors are not. No, it is not. But still, I am sold on electric vehicles. I don't think I'll ever get a fuel-burning one ever again. Yeah, just one of those things. You know, if you're an early adopter, sometimes you gotta go through some of the trials and tribulations. Shark Eclipse 1207 says Qatar Airways 777 in the World Cup livery just took off from Doha. It's on its way to DFW. It'll be landing at 9:34 a.m. Well, I will not be here at 9:34 a.m., but Chad Hart said, never been to Dallas, been to Houston though. And that is not, you know, that really depends on what airlines you fly. Now, for instance, I was very surprised to learn that Kevin of Airline Videos Live, when he came out here for the first time last October, I believe it was, he had never been to DFW. And I said, not even to change planes? And he said no, because he usually flies on United or Delta, and they don't use this as a as an airport where and it's not one of their hubs. So Kevin had been through Houston a number of times, but never to Dallas. So now Kevin's been here twice, and he brought Rudy along the last time, so we were happy to see both of them, and I hope that both of them will come back and see us in the not too distant future. Danny Kennedy says, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to you. Ken Palmer, 1965, says, yes, we are still on the air. And Dan Reeves says, good evening from Leicester, England. Hello, Dan. Late for you. I think when we started it was 11 o'clock local time or thereabouts, and so now it must be Tuesday. It must be Sunday already.
We're parking on the west side.
Matthew Bernstein says, hello from Rocky Mount, Missouri. And channel member John M says, good evening, friends from around the world. And that's what we like to see. People hanging out with us. Of course, you know, on a channel like this, the planes are just one attraction. Probably as big of, or maybe a bigger attraction to a lot of folks is just hanging out here and chatting with people they'll probably never meet in person, but they can hang out with like-minded friends from around the world here on Runway DFW. Donald Sura says, I've never been through DFW either. So yeah, if you're an American Airlines flyer, or if you have like advantage miles to burn, probably you've been through DFW, and if not, probably not. Unless you were coming to Dallas. As we pointed out in the first part of our broadcast, we've got a couple of MD-11s here. UPS still flying these old birds. We will not, I don't believe, see either of the ones we have here tonight go out. There's one of them as we look at the west tower there. And we pull out and swing over here, and there's the other one. No, it's got its cargo door open. Maybe it's just getting ventilated here in the warmth. I haven't seen anything that looks like cargo going in or out. I don't know. And there we are, now in the sun. And there is somebody on a lift over there at the MD-11. Where's that? Looks like there's more than one person over there. Move the camera over a little bit to the right.
That guy, Whiskey Golf, hold short 1 left, American 337.
So it looks like they are doing some examination of engine 2 of that plane. Engine 2 on the tail.
Cross 18 left at Golf 8 ground point 85 on our side envoy 3064.
2597, contact 478. 2797, good day. American 2078, cross 18 left over the bridge, ground point 80 on top, have a good day.
Now for those of you who are wondering, we will see the A380 go out a little later tonight, probably within an hour. David Song with a very nice comment. Enjoy your live streaming very much. Thank you.
American 1939, clear to land, 18 right, short Bravo.
Dr. MD says salute to the UPS aircraft mechanics. So we can get a little wider shot of what they're doing there, so you can get kind of a perspective of it. So there you see one worker's on that lift, and the other is actually on the aircraft itself. Alex Bartley says, tomorrow morning, Kevin and Rudy, I think he meant to say Rudy, at YouTube video channel California LAX Airport. Well, their channel is actually Airline Videos Live, and I encourage you, if you have not, I'm sure most of you are familiar with that, but if you're not, Airline Videos Live, some great streaming airport action from there, and I think that Kevin and Rudy are headed out to Chicago not too long from now. Mark Borbonus with a $10 super chat. Thank you for streaming the DFW Airport. I'm from around the area, starting flight school in August, hoping to be landing at that airport in a couple of years. Well, Mark, congratulations on that career choice. That sounds like a pretty solid call, because the airlines need a lot of people. There you see Qatar Airways Flight 730. It's an Airbus A380 1000 going back to Doha. And I'm going to say that we're going to be seeing that taking off here on the west side today. Good for us. This is one of those flights that often will take off on the west, on the east side, but we got it for you here tonight.
Tower, American 2769, 1 right, dog leg 18 right. Come land, 18 right, American 2769.
American 1217 on that Blair, Norway 18 left short, and Turkish Airlines.
Arnett Blair, takeoff 18 left short.
Blair 1430 DFW Tower, left short, line up away.
1 left short, line up away, American 1430.
So except for cargo planes at UPS, this is as close as we get to any of these big jets. Still pretty far away. And of course, the flight to Doha, one of the longest flights that can be had here at the big airport. Jim Britton says, watching from Bozeman, Montana. Awesome channel. Thank you very much.
1 left short, clear for takeoff, Arnett B Park, American 1430.
Diamantino Andrade Diamantino Andrade is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Diamantino. The big Q, all lined up there. Jeffrey Booth is feeling for the workers on the flight line during these hot Texas summers. Yes, that's... We should all send some cool thoughts to the people who handle the baggage and who direct the planes on the coming into the terminals. That is hot work. Well, it's hard work on any day, but especially so on a day like this.
Echo Alpha, hold short, 18 left, American 2745.
Street Food Desi says, nice channel, thank you. I always say thank you to Jeffrey Haithcock, who's our newest subscriber. I was just catching myself taking a drink of water. Nice to have a bottle of cold water on a day like this. So this Qatar Big Bird is next in line to take off. It's all on the move.
Echo Alpha, hold short of 18 left.
Echo Alpha, hold short of 18 left. American 27.
Don't worry, you'll see it here in just a second. Go through your shot. There it is. The big A350 1000 on its way back to the Middle East.
Hey, Tower American 969 through the 18 right.
American 969 here, 30 pound, 18 right, clear line, 1707.
Here's the 18 right, American 969.
You see another Qatar plane back there. I think that's a 777, which will go out, I believe, later tonight.
Clear cross 18 left, off a bridge, 0.8 only at top of it, American 2745. 2769 at Alpha, cross runway 18 left over the bridge, contact ground point 80 on top. Okay, clear cross 18 left on Alpha over the bridge, 80 now, American 2769. 617 Victor Heavy, contact departure over the edge.
So far we've seen a 747 cargo. We've seen an A350 1000. We will see, well, we saw the A380 on video recording. We'll see it live going out here in the not too distant future. Street Food Desi says, are you actually at the airport or it's recorded? Well, we did play back earlier a video replay of the landing of the A380 because we were not on the air yet live when it took off. And hang on a second. So there's the British Airways A380 Speedbird. It is preparing to get ready to blast off back to London. But yes, this is live. Here I am at DFW Founders Plaza. I'm waving to you live right now at 7:35 in the evening on this July 8th in the central time zone of the USA. There is a United plane. It's going to Newark.
DFW Tower, good afternoon, American 2655, visual 18 right.
2655, DFW Tower, 1 right side lane, 1906.
Good land, 18 right, American 2655.
1999.
Another 20th century aircraft, although this one, of course, is updated with the current United look.
American 1771, wind 106.
It is an Airbus A380-100 series.
18 left for takeoff, American 1771.
And that's American 1771, an Airbus A321, which pulled out in front of it there.
American 969, east and west.
We just got switched to the east side, American 9. Echo Alpha, short of 18 left, American 9.
Owens Fine Art says, good evening from southeastern Michigan. Hello, Owens Fine Art. Pleased to have you aboard. Kevin Kelly wants to know, are there any more planes coming from Anchorage? I believe American has one daily, I think it's daily, round trip to Anchorage. It's the only airline that flies here. We get Alaska Airlines here, but they don't fly to Alaska from here. So I'm not sure what that was. Let's watch this United airplane take off. The sun will be going down officially in about an hour.
2499, hold short of runway 18 left at Whiskey Lima, parking east and west.
It is low in the sky, but it's low enough now that our canopy does no longer protects us from the sun.
2499, cross 18 left at Whiskey Lima, then taxi via Foxtrot, Alpha, ground point 80 on top of the bridge.
I could cross 18 left, Foxtrot Alpha, ground 19.
So let's see. The plane we just saw come in was from Chicago O'Hare.
Alright, cross 18 right, excuse me, 18 left at Alpha, point 8 on the bridge, American 9.
Charlie 399 Yankee, contact departure.
Yes, 399 Yankee, good day.
1771, contact departure.
That's flight American, that's American flight 555. It's going to El Paso, 737-800. And here comes American flight 2655 from Portland. An Airbus A321.
2496, DFW Tower, 13 right turn lane, 1507.
Tower American 2405, leg right, 1 in.
Honk if you love Runway DFW.
Right turn lane, 1507.
Clear to land, 18 right, American 2405.
American 555, on the edge of lane, only 1 left short and take takeoff.
Arnav Baron, we will take up 18 left, American 5.
Ian Fleming says, good morning all from Scotland. Ian Fleming, didn't you write some books, some famous books that were turned into movies? I know, it's a different spelling. But I'm sure you get that all the time when you tell people you're Ian Fleming. We're going to watch American Flight 1163 coming in from Boston.
Targeting American 1681, visual 18 right, 170 knots with a 5 mile final.
So 1681, DFW Tower, 18 right, clear land, hold short taxiway, Bravo, crossing cabin.
18 right, clear to land, hold short taxiway, Bravo, American 1687 DFW Tower, runway 18 left short and line up away.
Line up away, 18 left, short, American 1687.
American 2655 at Alpha, cross 18 left over the bridge, ground point 580 on top.
Takeoff cross 180 on the bridge. Roger, American 555.
James see now he always phonetically pronounces his name for me. James says, "Good evening, Walton friends." And I stumbled over that. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Well, we're definitely having a warm weekend here at the big airport as we watch American Flight 1687, an Airbus A319, which is destined for Eugene, Oregon.
Charles 4823, landing traffic will hold short of your intercept at Alpha cross.
And Ian Fleming says, sadly, a different Ian Fleming. Yes. Well, hey, be proud of your name. I bet you can do things that the other Ian Fleming could never think of doing. Just because he wrote some spy books. STN Cooking Passion just subscribed to Runway DFW. We don't do very much cooking on this show, but glad to have you here with us as we observe the arrival of an Airbus A321 from the city adjacent to the bay. It's American Flight 2405. And for those of you who are new to the channel and are wondering what is the deal with all of these American Airlines planes that we see?
American 339.
2405, east to west.
East side, American 2405.
2405,
Now, we have seen a number of other airlines here. Spirit, Frontier, Delta, United. Haven't seen Alaska yet, but they do come here. JetBlue flies here. Of course, you're about to see British Airways plane there. And look at that. The big A380 is on the move. It's being pushed back.
20 left, clear for takeoff, RNAV Blair and American 339.
So we always pause for this. Unlike some other large airports, this is the only A380 we see on a daily basis, on a regularly scheduled basis. So we kind of savor any views of it we get. Bill Platt says, please west side, please west side. Well, don't worry about the A380, Bill. It always takes off on the west side for operational reasons. Because it's got to park at Terminal D, and I don't believe the bridges that connect the east and west sides can accommodate an A380 because of its weight and wingspan.
Echo, hold short, Bravo.
And so, you know, if for some reason it ever had to land on the east side, I guess they'd have to bus the passengers over to the Terminal D
Line up and wait, 18 left, American 1456.
For customs. I don't know if there's any other way to do it.
18 right.
But there it is, the flying horizontal apartment building is almost getting ready to detach from the tug.
4823, traffic in position, Alpha South 20.
She a movin', said Evelyn MD. James Tokini. Now see, James, one of these days, I will get that right. Tokini. I should learn to associate the site of the spelling of your name with that phonetic pronunciation. So I apologize. I'm very sensitive about that because I've got a weird, well, I don't want to say your name is weird, but I've got a weird last name, Zwerko. And it starts with the letters Z and W, and so that just throws people way off. PV Dry 82 is our newest subscriber, thank you. Is it PivDry 82 or PV Dry or? I don't know, but whatever. We're glad to have you as a subscriber to this here channel. Our subscriber list has grown to 11,903, which means we're less than 100 away from the magic 12,000 mark, which I don't know how magical it is. American Flight 1456 to Salt Lake City is about to go through your screen there. American Flight 9 from Albuquerque is landing as we see this happening. There it goes.
American 1111, Whiskey Lima, cross 18 West, taxi Foxtrot, Alpha, contact ground 0.65 on top of the Alpha Bridge. American 1456, contact departure.
Departure, American 1456, today.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the A380.
Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, and we'll contact east side on the Alpha Bridge and stay middle park.
Joshua Schott is our newest member. Thank you, Joshua.
All right, cross 18 left, Whiskey Lima.
David Rutherford says, before I retired from DFW Airfield operations, the taxiway Yankee Bridge had been beefed up to handle a Stage 6 aircraft like the A380 and the 747-8 back in 2019, 2020. Well, that's interesting. Now, I don't know. So maybe it is possible. Daniel August, we thank you for being the newest member of the Runway DFW family. Thank you. The Aka Chic pilot. Or is it the AKA Chic? Newest subscriber, thank you. Maze Jones is ready for 100K, says, will you do a live stream in Dubai? And I love your live streams, and I'm a new subscriber. Well, thank you, Maze Jones is ready for 100K. I have never given a thought to doing a live stream in Dubai. And as I've said before, to be honest, as we see a Dreamliner taxi through the shot there on its way back to the terminal, on its way to the hangar area. I haven't been on a plane since the year 2016. That doesn't keep me from watching him. I just haven't been on a plane since then. Well, of course, the pandemic got in the way there for a bit. You see that Qatar aircraft? It looks like is it on the move? We'll see when this plane. We'll see in just a minute. Yeah, it looks like it's tugged up. Jim D just subscribed. Thank you, Jim D. So there goes that Qatar. I believe that's a 777. Getting towed over to Terminal D for its next departure back to Doha. Kevin Modershaw says, Walt, I think with their laws, not sure you can live stream in Dubai. I think there'd be a lot of things to check out before going to Dubai. Now, because Qatar is a One World member, I have a lot of advantage miles to burn. And my son lives in Seoul, and I was thinking, well, what if I did a reverse? Normally you would go from here to Seoul westbound. But what if I just made a connection in Doha and tried to fly on some interesting planes on the way using advantage miles? So I have thought about that, but I don't, again, where did Jerry of Big Jet TV go? Did he go to Dubai or did he go to Doha? He did a special series of programs from one of those places. I think it might have been Dubai. And I believe he did some live programs. I believe that was in association with the airline.
RNF Liner 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1765.
So this big old king of the skies is on its way to the top end of runway 18 left for dispatch to London. Allison N says, Cranky Dorkfest, Walt, go to Cranky. Well, that would be an interesting trip.
We need another minute. We're still waiting for the numbers.
Get to see a lot of like-minded people, obviously.
We'll call ready at 4 short of 18 left, American 395. American 1483, DFW Tower, you ready? Affirmative, American 1483.
Cranky Dorkfest, for those who don't know, is a kind of a very loosely organized festival at Los Angeles International Airport, which is held, I think, in the fall. And usually Kevin provides coverage on Airline Videos Live. Plane taking off there was American Flight 1765 going to Santa Barbara, California, an Airbus A380.
Cross 18 left on board 3633. American 1765, contact. Approach American 1765.
Channel member Chad Hart says, I absolutely love those A380s. My bucket list is to fly on one. I don't care if it's where the luggage is. LOL. And, yeah. Well, I'd like to look out a window. Actually, I'm more of an aisle seat person, but since I think I would have some obligations to you if I ever got on one, I guess I'd have to opt for the window seat.
American 1634, Line for weight, 18 left, 34.
Okay, well, Aviation Emily says Cranky Dork Fest on the 9th of September, so I'll have to circle me calendar, I guess.
Okay, when we get to Zulu, cross 18 left, and then right on to Juliet. Was that?
Marco Hinton says, I always loved watching the Flying Hotel Suite.
Clear cross 20 left over the ground, 85 on budget for us. Have a great night.
Okay.
There's a Dreamliner at Terminal D in the background.
Good night, American 1483. Tower runway 3853, join visual, runway 18 right. 18 right, clear to land, runway 3853.
Hard Abler, clear takeoff 18.
Yeah, Mariurcha says, hey everyone. Good to see you there.
Runway 18 left on board 3937.
Jay Bueno, which is a great name, by the way, Jay Bueno. Greetings from New Jersey, the Garden State. And John M. says, Runway DFW is my dork fest. Not sure how to make of that. I think that's a good thing.
Hard out to be parked, clear for takeoff, 18 left on board, 3937. 395, this is tower
18 left, land about Beta, American 395. The departures, good evening, American 1634.
LG 1963 says hello from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. We welcome our Canadian friends who just a week ago you guys celebrated Canada Day.
Over departure on 3937. Under the beam park, 18 left, clear for takeoff from my stand, 395.
Right left short, line up and wait a minute, 25.
Excuse me. Emilio Cobo says, made it back just in time for the A380 takeoff. Jeffrey Mew says, nice shot, Walt.
Okay, cross now, runway 18 left, right on Echo.
Johnny Roll says, greetings from a wet New Zealand, where it's winter time.
Yeah.
Channel member Going Slightly Mad says, good evening, Runway DFW, Walt.
Yeah, at Whiskey Foxtrot, we'll sort of when I'm crossing now. See what I do.
Runway 3882, Whiskey Kilo cross, runway 18 left, contact ground 25. Whiskey Kilo cross, 18 left, over the ground, runway 3882. 395, contact departure, good day.
Over to departure, American 395, good day.
Number 5300, visual 18 right.
So right at 8 o'clock, you see this British Airways A380. looks like it's going to come up here on the central taxiway, I think.
American 2520 on over V Park from runway 26. V Park 20 left, clear for takeoff. American 2520. American 779, you city center, runway 18 short, line up the way.
Line up the way, 18 left, American 779.
Kevin Mottershaw says, there's our British fly. Safe flight back to Blighty.
I had the Laren clear takeoff 18 left, American 779.
Line up and wait, 18 left, SkyWest 3007. 2520, good.
Evelyn MD says, what time will that Speedbird land in London? Let's see if we get the lowdown here. Scheduled for 10:20 a.m.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, RNAV V Park, together, 3007.
Did I hear clear for takeoff 18 left?
American 779, contact departure.
American 779, so long.
Yes. That's where it should take off.
Tower, envoy 3820, visual 18 right. Envoy 3820, lead to down with 1707, runway 18 right clear. 18 right, clear to land, envoy 3820.
DO, our newest subscriber. Thank you, DO. Or is it due?
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, RNAV, Laren, American 810.
So an overnight flight. It's not a bad timing. You get to leave in the early evening here, and you get to London town mid-morning. I think I could deal with that.
Echo with me, Mr. 18 left. Over departure SkyWest 3007.
Man, that's a big airplane, says Jeffrey. Kevin Mottershaw says, well, now it's 2:02 a.m. in the UK. So 8.5 hours then, roughly? That sounds about right. Kevin? Sounds about right. Patrick Lloyd says, Godspeed, British Airways.
Departure American 810.
Allison N with that always timely reminder to click on that like button for today's stream. We've got a lot of people watching right now, 433. For us, that's pretty good. So thank you all for tuning in. I would guess that means a certain number of you are new viewers to Runway DFW, so thanks for hanging out with us. Just so you know, we are at DFW International Airport in Texas. Our moderator and channel member A-List Flyer, Chris, says good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Chris. Glad to have you with us. Chris is a busy guy. He also moderates for Airline Videos Live. Jordan Judy wants to know, why are all the windows closed? I would think it's to keep it cool in there. Looks like some of those are open though on that side. As you can see on the screen there, it's 96 Runway DFW degrees here.
On speed park, clear signal, 1 left, short.
Bill Platt says lots of new subscribers this stream so far. I like to see it.
Left the Golf 8, envoy 3820. 3820, verify, hold short of runway 18 left. Short 18 left, envoy 3820. Into up to that block. Envoy 3935, DFW Tower, lane 1707, runway 18 right, clear lane. Envoy 3820 at Golf 8, stop, runway 18 left, contact ground, 0.8 bus. 18 left, cross the runway, ground over 7, runway 3820.
Sydney Campbell, our newest subscriber. Thank you, Sydney. And I am always, we're relatively close to this plane as it takes off. Ibrahim is our newest subscriber now.
1.8, 18 left, American 850.
I'm always surprised that it's really not that noisy. And you can hear it, but it doesn't like knock you out of your chair. There goes our extended view of the departure of this giant speedbird. Our next arrival is going to be flight 1162 from Boston. It's going to be a Spirit Airlines aircraft. Let's check it out now on Runway DFW. Johnny Roll, newest subscriber to the channel. Thank you, Johnny. Here comes the yellow bird. In the late afternoon sun.
Let's take a flight left to Peak Park, American 855. American 1547, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, short, line of 40.
Channel member John M says, I would have loved to see the stretched version of the A380. Too bad they stopped production. I can't even imagine how big that plane would be.
Echo 6, Echo Alpha, hold short of 18.
And if there would be any airports that could accommodate a plane of that size. Jack Freeze wants to know, hello, Walt, are you spotting tomorrow? Tomorrow, Sunday. We generally do not, as we welcome Gabriel Alderette as a new subscriber. I generally don't stream on Sundays because our friend Kevin over at Airline Videos Live is often streaming on that day. That's his big day for Sunday streams. So, yeah, normally we don't stream on Sunday from here unless there's a big event. You know, and occasionally we will stream on a Sunday.
Hold short, 18 left, envoy 3439.
That's not a very interesting shot there.
Envoy 3935, Whiskey Kilo Cross, runway 18 left, contact ground 25.
Whiskey Kilo Cross, 18 left, ground 5.35.
Give you a look at the clouds. I'm trying to get our fourth camera going here. So far I have been unsuccessful in doing that. Hey, we've got some free memberships coming, courtesy of Going Slightly Mad, who's gifted 5 memberships. There's the official notification. So thank you, Going Slightly Mad, on behalf of the lucky Runway DFW viewers who can now take advantage of your kindness.
RNAV to B Park 18 left.
So Patrick Lloyd gets one. Jeffrey Boo. Super 80s Swiss Air. And that blonde dude. All new members of Runway DFW. Thank you to Going Slightly Mad. You know, for whatever reason, our fourth camera is just apparently not going to work today for some reason. That's the camera I usually have on top of the car to kind of look back at things here.
Echo Alpha, short of 18 left, American 515.
Farming 126, new subscriber. Thank you, Farming 126. John Irby with some information about the A380. He says it was designed to be stretched, but only Emirates was interested in that variant. And Emirates, I believe they have more than 100 A380s in their stable. I don't know if all of them are currently active. Brian Trentham says, thanks, Walt, for all the effort you put into making this awesome stream possible for us. I enjoy everyone. Happy Saturday. Well, thank you, Brian. It is my pleasure. We just missed, well, we'll see the takeoff of it. This will be our first Alaska Airlines flight of the day that we are seeing.
58 at Alpha Cross from the 18 left, contact ground point.
That was going to Portland, Oregon.
Okay, and Alpha cross
Mike
18 left.
Moyer,
5 on the bridge, American.
or Meyer,
558.
however you pronounce it, we thank you for your subscription to Runway DFW. As we get ready to watch a plane come in from Bozeman, Montana. Sorry, from Belize City. A little difference there. It's a 737-800 American Flight 378 coming in from Central America. In the very late afternoon sun. So a quiet moment here at Founders Plaza. You can watch me reset our camera B. To give you our East Tower shot, which looks like that. Max Comiskey says, flying into Dallas from London for the first time. Very excited. Is it an easy airport to get around? Because I have a connecting flight to Denver from Dallas. Well, you depends on all the terminals are interconnected by these trains that you see in the background, and of course I don't see any currently right now, but there's the track for it there, and they go in both directions. We have 5 terminals, and they're also behind the security, so you can get off a plane, get on the train, go to another terminal if you have to, without having to go through security a second time. So it should be a pretty simple affair. Hey, it's time for Iberia. Iberia flight 333. No, this is an A330-300. It's flight 6149 from Madrid. That's what we're going to see next on Runway DFW. As we look towards, again, this is Founders Plaza where we hang out. You see the beacon on the left of the screen. It's already rotating. It's already turned on with its green beacon. We're still about a minute and a half away from the Iberia flight coming in. Take another sip of water here. It's the temperature. Oh, it's down to 95. But it is more palatable now that the, excuse me. It is
2023. We'll need a little bit for our updated numbers.
It is more palatable now that the sun is finally peaking below the horizon. Not quite yet, but almost. We got a wave from this couple in the foreground with a little tiny baby in that stroller.
Tango left, Golf Whiskey Golf Hotel.
Getting the plane spotting habit in early for that youngster. And again, we're waiting for Iberia flight 6149 from Madrid in España. This has been in the air for 10.5 hours aboard a 9-year-old plane. We've been here late enough to see this one fly back to Spain, but I don't know if we'll be here that late tonight. All depends on how our equipment holds out.
Arnav to Lauren,
Clear for takeoff, runway 18 left, Hotel Charlie Romeo.
Vince Las Vegas says, does Finnair still come through DFW these days? Yes, it comes in earlier in the afternoon, and we did see the Finnair plane. We didn't see it take off. It went over to the east side for takeoff. But I am proud to say we were here for the inaugural Finnair flight. They'd never flown here before, Finnair hadn't, until last year. And so we were on hand for its debut. I don't believe it's a daily flight. I think it's 3 or 4 times a week from Helsinki.
Hotel Charlie Romeo, contact departure 126.47. 12647, Hotel Charlie Romeo.
Yeah, lots of birds down there. Always a concern at an airport. And birds are flying around in the vicinity of jet engines. Aviate Gate to Gate wants to know, is that Corvette your rental? That one there? No. My rental is behind me. Can I get out of the way? I left the hatch open. It's some sort of a Jeep. A Jeep, what is that? I have no idea what that is.
No, negative.
Hey, we have another non-American Airlines plane for you next, as we kind of take a look at the cloud cover. There we go. It's going to be Sun Country Flight 518 from Cancun, 737-800. But I think it's going to be a pleasant evening here once that pesky sun goes down. There's that Corvette. No, and it's not mine. Somebody's using it as a picnic table. Need another sip here. Some kind comments from SB. Really appreciate the work you do to bring us these great views. Thank you, SB. Indy Kuhn says flying out of DFW to Austin tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully no weather issues. I haven't looked at the weather yet. I think the weather is changing. And as I think I saw that the winds were shifting around tomorrow so that it would be north flow, which is never good for us. At least from this vantage point. So Sun Country, which at a glance can kind of be mistaken for the Southwest Airlines livery. Coming in from Cancun. And you saw a couple of other Sun Country planes which are parked in the Terminal F area down there. The tail of one of them glinting in the sun. You can see the different liveries there. The one in the foreground has Sun Country Airlines written in block letters, and The one in the background, I think, just says Sun Country on it.
518, Whiskey Lima across runway 18 left.
In upper and lowercase.
Whiskey Lima across from 18 left, 0.85 for 518.
As the Iberia taxis to its port of call here at Terminal D. Let's see what we got coming in. Quiet for a little bit here. Bill Platt says, if I owned a vet, I would never use it as a table for my food and drink. Yeah, I probably wouldn't either, but... Marco Hinton says, have stray dogs or cats ever showed up on the set? I've never seen any. We've seen birds and such, but never any dogs and cats. We have seen people walking dogs. Take a look at the sunset there. I don't know what happened. So a final look at today's sun as it goes peaks behind the horizon.
Tower American 2023 will be ready. Okay.
Channel member and moderator Bill Platt says, I love the lighting this time of day. Perfect lighting. Yeah, it's really, really quite nice indeed.
Line up at 1818 left, American 2023.
Well, something's happening. I don't know if our computer is overheating. Gonna turn the fans up to max. The computer, the CPU is at 152 degrees Fahrenheit. The average computer, it says here, is 127 degrees Fahrenheit. So my block of ice technique may not be working.
RNAV Laren, 18 left, short and clear for takeoff, American 2023.
But my computer is acting a little bit erratically, I have to say. John M., channel member, says, you had a stray lawnmower last week. Yes, we did. We did indeed. It was a robotic lawnmower, which I don't know whose it was, but it was just kind of roaming around for more than an hour, and at one point it bumped into our tripod, or one of our tripods. Well, that's me. Sorry about that. I thought I was on the other shot. My bad.
American 1467, inside Nettie, 18 right.
Yeah, there's something's kind of peaking there.
Go ahead, 18 right, American 1467.
Alright, going to departure, American 2023. See you.
Yes, our computer is, I think, frying. I can't switch cameras. So, hang in there. I don't want to have to shut things down again.
RNAV to Laren, clear for takeoff, 18 left for American 248.
So what's happening now is you're looking at one of our cameras, one of our 3 cameras, and I can't switch to the other ones at the moment.
2698.
I can try, but it just won't switch. See if we can do it. Okay, I can do it that way. Also, I'm not able to see your, not able to scroll down to your comments. Yes, we're having a bit of an issue here. Please stand by. All right, thanks for hanging in there. I think whatever was wrong with the computer has fixed itself, I think. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody.
American 2698, contact departure.
Departure, good night, American 2698.
So there you see all three of our cameras at once.
2601, yes sir.
There is Frontier Flight 2601. It's an Airbus A380 going to Santa Ana, and on its tail is Jojo the grizzly bear.
Frontier 2601, RNet 2 Larry, runway 18 left short, click takeoff.
Contact Larry, click 018 left short, Frontier 2601.
Well, whatever was troubling our computer seems to have abated for the moment. And there's a very nice super chat from S35 Bonanza Pilot, which I'll get to in just a second.
Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, contact ground 25, give my sit.
Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, and ground 25 on the other side. You have a nice day as well, American 2213.
Interior 2601, contact departure.
No departure, 2601, good night, sir.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can get to the comments now. So here's that $20 super chat from S35 Bonanza Pilot. Good evening, Walton Mods. That's an absolutely beautiful sunset. All I see in Virginia is clouds. The sun never shines here. Your cameras are great. Very vibrant colors are spot on. Hope you have a great night. Thank you, S35 Bonanza Pilot. And I should give credit where credit is due. Our cameras, that one you see there. And this one you see here, and the third camera, which we'll be pulling out shortly, which is our second nighttime camera. All of those have been provided by our channel sponsor. So we thank you, channel sponsor. We've been very lucky in that regard. There you see an emergency vehicle. It looks like a pickup truck of some sort. Don't know where that was going. Bill Platt says that ice block may have run its course at this point. I guess a cooler with a backup block of ice might be in order next time. Well, I do have, it is still cool down there. I just felt it. It's one of those, you know, blue ice things, which stays cold for quite a while, even in heat like this. Well, I might as well do a little plug for our Runway DFW merchandise here. Yes, merchandise. Everybody loves merchandise, and you can get it at streamlabs.com/runwaydfw/merch. We have a link in our description in case that's too much to remember. Hey, you got your packable jackets. We've got, of course, the t-shirts, caps in a variety of colors and 2 different designs. Those are the snapback caps, and we also have kind of the dad cap look, which is what I sport. Got hoodies, which may be good in the southern hemisphere at this time, but not so much here at DFW Airport at the moment. And, of course, the Runway DFW mug floating there in the sky. So if you want to show your love for Runway DFW, there's how you can do it. Streamlabs.com/runwaydfw/merch. I think if you just go to streamlabs.com/runwaydfw, it will present you with the merchandise link. Rick Kelly says, hey Walt, it would be great to have more Super 380s arrive at DFW daily. Well, I say yes. Qantas used to fly theirs here. And of course, Qantas is re-energizing some of its 380 fleet. And Emirates used to fly their A380s here. And that all went away before or during at the onset of the pandemic. AP says, good evening, Walt and folks. Pleasant evening in the Metroplex. Yeah, it finally, now that the sun has gone down, very pleasant. Very pleasant and cool, 93 degrees. So here we are at our folding table outpost. Got 2 cameras. We're about to pull this one from the show and replace it with our secondary nighttime camera, or our primary nighttime camera. There's the East Tower and the skyline of Dallas in the background. Here we've got a plane. Hey everybody, it's a plane. Coming in from Salt Lake City, American Flight 1832, and Airbus A321. Follow it, Walt. Got another A321 right behind it, American Flight 1832. Did I say that? That was Flight 2457 from Salt Lake, the one we just saw. The one we're about to see is Flight 1832 from Denver.
Yeah, we're making a couple. Whiskey Lima, crossing 18 left. We're parking on the west side. All right, east side.
And we'll be seeing that Denver flight. Here it comes.
Foxtrot Alpha and 65, American
AP said they were lucky enough to catch those 380s from Qantas and Emirates at DFW before the pandemic. Channel member going slightly mad says, yay, night cam. Well, you're already looking at, this one is already, like, we've been using that through the whole show. This is our camera B. This camera is not going to start looking very good. It's not really designed for nighttime use. But I'm working on that. IndyCoon says American 2867 is holding at 6,000 feet, flying far north of the usual pattern. Might be an MX issue as a reason for the divert. Well, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that. Is it being diverted here? And did you mean WX and not MX? Let me look that up. Rick Kelly says, hey, Walt, I have the perfect name for your nighttime camera. I do too. I was going to name it after the person who provided it to us. Hello. But, hi. But, oh no, it's fine. I don't need it there. I was going to name it after the person who donated it to our channel, but that person demurred. Oh, an Aviate Gate to 8 Gate says MX is maintenance. Okay, so let me see if I can find that flight that was AA2867. So that plane is in transit from Phoenix to Houston. It's diverted to DFW. So let's see where it is. It is on its way here. It's an Airbus A319. Of 1998 vintage. I'm trying to see if it's going to land on this side. Looks like it's targeting the east side for landing, but we'll try to bring that to you. Well, no, it looks... Well, I can't tell yet. Too early to say, but we'll be following that plane. Next to arrive on this side is American Flight 1579 from...
24, 46, exit at the end, and then taxi via
from Washington National, I guess Reagan Airport.
18 right, American 2446.
There go those interterminal trains there, chugging back and forth. The original, that's the second terminal link trains that we had. I think those are called terminal link. I can't remember what the original ones were called, but they were set up, the airport was built or opened in 1974, I think it was. And that was before security was a gigantic issue. So the original interterminal transportation system was set up outside what turned out to be the security perimeter. So that was not going to cut the mustard, so they replaced it with a newer system. And the original system also only went one direction. So if you were at Terminal A and you wanted to go to Terminal C, you'd have to loop all the way around the airport to get there. So this is interesting. It's, if I'm reading this right, this is a flight that's coming in from Reagan Airport in Washington, flight 1579, an Airbus A321. Right behind it is another flight from Reagan Airport, a 737-800, flight 803. I don't think we're going to look at that, though, because we're going to try to zero in on this flight, which has been diverted. Should be coming into our sight just momentarily. I'm about to have to switch this camera out. Again, what we're looking for is flight 2867, an Airbus A319, American Airlines.
Cross 18 right and 18 left at Alpha, American 2446, and we'll contact.
I believe this is it here.
165 on the bridge.
It's been diverted to DFW from on a flight from Phoenix. Its original destination was Houston Intercontinental Airport in Houston. Duh. So its passengers get an extra taste of Texas. And it had a priority landing. For the love of Vegas, says hello from Asia. Pleased to have you with us. Robert Garcia says hello, Walt. We say hello back. Channel member DW says good evening, Walt and mods and lovely people. So we're happy to have you all with us. I think it's time to switch out our primary cameras now, so I don't know, should I punch this up? Punch this up so you can see what's going on here. So I'm unplugging our current camera A, removing it. Oh, the lights just came on. Get out our big camera case.
East American Air 3. Echo Alpha, hold shorter 18 left. Echo Alpha, shorter 18 left, American Air 3.
Get out our other big camera. Plug it in.
Call 20 left Alpha, ground point 65, top of the bridge today. American 803 cross, 21 left at Alpha, ground point 65, top of the bridge today. Cross 18 left at Alpha, ground point 65, top of the bridge, American 803.
Just making some adjustments here so we can see what's going on. Okay, there it is. Great success, as Borat might say. So I'm getting the hang of this camera switchover thing. See how they match up here. Got some adjustments to do on this camera.
Runway 18 left, Laren cleared for takeoff, American 256.
John M says DFW night cam is in action. Yeah, I've chosen not to name our cameras. Out of respect for Kevin at Airline Videos, who does that already, for his Nighthawk camera, which is a great name. Can't tell if that camera is level or not. Looks like it's going downhill a little bit. Well, we'll find out as we go along here on Runway DFW. I'll loosen this up a little bit. Even though this is a very big lens, it doesn't have quite the throw that our primary daytime camera has, so we can't get in as close as the planes take off there.
Powered up there, 1685 with 10 visual input. Clear land 18 right, Delta 1685.
Next to arrive is American Flight 1724 from Buffalo in upstate New York. Henry Aguirre is our newest member, or our newest subscriber. Thank you, Henry.
Short and clear takeoff.
We're getting closer to that 12,000 subscriber mark. Last I looked.
X256, thank you, good night.
DFW Tower Sky 3021, visual approach runway 18 right.
3021, DFW Tower 18 right, to land.
Runway 18 right, clear to land, Sky 3021.
1986, RNAV to depart, 18 left short, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to depart, 18 left short, cleared for takeoff, American 1986.
Here at Runway DFW.
3154
Runway 18 left, land Midwest Tower 3154.
I'm going to try to catch that for you, but I think I missed it. So we are going to spin around to catch Delta Flight 1685 from Salt Lake City coming in. Thank you, Ben Rowley, for being our newest subscriber.
1986, to departure, American 1986. 3154, nav 2, default, runway left 4, for takeoff.
What is left clear for takeoff, Tower? RNAV Park 1818 left clear for takeoff, Tower 3154.
Tower, American 1733, inbound visual 13 right.
1685, take that high speed if you can, hold still 18 left, well safe. Alright, we'll take,
it's an American Eagle CRJ 701ER going out.
1685.
It's flight 3154, but I don't know where it's going.
13 right, clear to land, American 1733.
Tower 3361, visual 18 right.
13361, David County 18 right for the land.
Curling 18 right.
American 1724, Whiskey Lima cross, no 18 left, left turn Foxtrot, hold for Zulu.
Alright, 20 left, drop it, Whiskey Lima, left on Foxtrot, visual
1685, cross, no 18 left, Whiskey Lima, left turn Foxtrot, hold for Zulu.
Clear to cross, 18 left, Whiskey Lima, left on Foxtrot.
Got American Eagle flight 3021, CRJ 701.
Departure, good night.
Or CRJ 701ER. It's coming in from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let's take a look.
Tower 13361, kind of traffic to be followed on 18 right.
Thank you, Clark Cabus. Joining the Runway DFW subscriber family. I think you'll enjoy yourself here. Hope you will. About ready for my second bottle of water. If you're wondering if we have any big airplanes left tonight to go out, well, we do have the Iberia A380. You can see its tail there kind of towards the right of the screen.
One is left, it was Foxtrot hold photo, Zulu, Scout 31.
Time for me to check our batteries, so hold on a second.
25, I'm going to 3021. Alright, after departure, Canadian Coast,
Tower, American 2438, checking in on a visual 18 right. Good land 18 right, and parking on the west side.
All right, battery power is still looking good. We're going to switch over now to our after dark look. It's Saturday, July 8th, 2023. And you are watching Runway DFW After Dark. Yes, Runway DFW After Dark, where we do plane watching after the sun goes down. We'll be here for a bit, so hang out with us after dark, and love to have you with us.
Full short of 18 left with Kilo on board 3361.
It's kind of laid back, so
We're East American.
you know, put your feet up and grab your favorite beverage for more of Runway DFW, but now after dark.
Bravo, Charlie, Yankee, short of 18 right, American 1730.
On 130 we're visual 18 right.
It is Saturday, July 8, 2023.
Yes, sir.
It is still 91, well, it's 91 degrees. Hey, we're getting closer to 90.
Takeoff 18 left short.
Cool.
An American 1399.
And who do we have here? A new member. We have a new member. And I can't see who it is. And it's disappeared from me screen. Well, I will greet you momentarily, new member. That American Airlines Flight 2438 came in from San Antonio, Texas. 737-800. And we've got a plane going out now to San Diego, California. Let's see if we can figure out where that is. There it is. It's American 1399.
Cross 1 left with Kilo, ground point 85 on 3361. Good night.
1438, cross 1 left, Golf 8, ground point 85, 9.
Golf 8.5, American 2438.
Have a great day, American 1399.
A-list flyer Chris, our friend and moderator and channel member, says the Bank of America building, there you see it on the right, outlined in argon, and the Omni Hotel are fabulous to see from the air at night when on final into the 3-1s at DAL, Dallas Love Field. So it's Rick Kelly, new member. Thank you, Rick. Kyle Jordan Weather says, well, I'm currently comfy in bed with my favorite snack and ready to watch some planes. We will do the best we can to bring you, to fulfill your wish. All right, here comes the plane now. It's an American Eagle, Embraer 175.
Bravo, Charlie, and Yankee, hold short of runway 18 right.
Inside 90 American.
I was landing from
13,
Harlingen,
right.
Texas, in South Texas, flight 3816.
Runway 18 right, wind Charlotte, 20 not getting 3 miles on.
Clear land, copy that, and we're parking away.
We have another South Texas arrival coming up from McAllen, Texas.
20 left with Kilo 0.85 on way 3815. Good night.
There's the North Radar Tower and the big American flag. We're looking east now, so you see the wind is blowing from the south. We're Our camera likes to focus on people. Mark Crowell just got home, winding down with some planes. The newest member on Runway DFW. Thank you, Mark. And we're waiting for Flight 1757 from McAllen, Texas. Just about to come into view. There's the Founders Plaza monument there in the foreground.
Qatar American 387 visual 18 right.
W33 again, cross 21 right, cross 21 left after 3 mile final.
Yankee will cross 18 right and 18 left, American 1733.
87. 18 right, clear to land, American 387. West side.
So Mark Crowell, who's already a member, I should have known that, is celebrating 2 months of membership with Runway DFW. And thank you for that, Mark. That really helps us pay some of our bills.
Bridge, ground point 65 on the bridge, American 1733.
American 17.
This mobile internet stuff is not inexpensive.
Thank you.
What we got coming in, we've got American Flight 3895 from Oklahoma City, American Eagle Flight 3895 from Oklahoma City. It is an Embraer 175. No, it's not a big jet, but no. There it is. Got a few obstructions in the way. Evelyn MD, I know she's already a member. Thanks, Walt, for all you do. And I think her membership must be renewing, so thank you, Evelyn MD. TS Sports Media by Ted is a new subscriber. Thank you, Ted. Runway DFW plane spotting by Walt. Nah, too long. American Flight 387, an Airbus A380, is about to arrive. This one's coming in from Guadalajara in Mexico. And of course, we're coming to you live from Founders Plaza here at the big airport. Those ominous looking clouds in the background.
American 550 traffic, 3 mile final at Yankee cross 18 right, cross 18 left, ground 0.65 off bridge.
Cross 18 right, 18 left, ground 0.65, coming in bridge American 550. West side.
Chuck Tolsma, who was here just a little while ago, says, wonder if Founders Plaza is in the total eclipse zone in 2024. And I have looked that up, Chuck, and the answer is yes, it is. So this is going to be a very, very popular spot. I'm going to have to camp out real early here if I intend to be here. It would be so cool to see a total eclipse here. To see this darkness descend in the middle of the day on the airport. I am about my house is about, I want to say like a half a mile or a mile away from the total eclipse zone. I was very disappointed to see that. Another American Eagle flight coming on in. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I should get a room at the Omni Hotel and try to do a stream from there, even though the airport doesn't want us to do it. Because that'd be a pretty cool spot to see the airport all go into darkness from. Well, it'll be pretty cool here too. There's just going to be a lot of people. But the there, let's bring that into focus, is the Grand Hyatt Hotel, adjacent to Terminal D. And they have a rooftop observation deck / pool area, which I've tried to get up there, and the hotel says, sure, come on up, but you got to check with DFW Airport first, and DFW Airport said, nah. So I'll have to ask again before the big event next year.
Cardinal Boy 30 is 75, Whiskey Kilo for spot 118.
What do we got here? We've got American Eagle Flight 4950 from Lubbock, Texas, out in West Texas. CRJ 701ER, which is about to greet us. I'm experimenting with our exposure now, trying to get you the best picture we can. That one's looking a little dark. I may work on that here in a second.
We are parking Sky Echo. That's 150 cross 1 left at Whiskey Lima, then make the left turn on Fox, stay with me. Cross 18 left at Whiskey Lima, left at Fox, Sky West 14.
So let's see, there's our B camera. Let's see what our A camera is doing here. Yeah, it's a little brighter.
American 671, we're taxiing on Echo to Whiskey Kilo. We'll be falling short of 667.
So let's see if we have them balanced out here. They're pretty close now. Okay. Jean-Luc Blanc says, how do you stream? Well, Ecamm Live, which is only available for Macintosh computers. We don't have any planes coming in right now. So I use Ecamm Live for that. We've got a couple of Sony cameras, a ZV-E1 and an Alpha 7S3, both of which have excellent low light capabilities, which is one reason we have them, and we thank again our channel sponsor for providing those to us.
36 right, a whiskey kilo, 0.85 other side.
And we've also, for daytime use, we've got a Panasonic camcorder. I don't know what the designation of that is. I think, I'm not sure if I've updated, well, in our current I don't, hang on there, I've got some busy work to attend to here. So I'll be right back with you. I mean, I'm here. And what have we here? Airline Videos Live has dispatched a $10 super chat. He says, howdy partner, and howdy to you, Kevin. Good to see you with us. We, as always, will be watching tomorrow morning, I believe at 9 o'clock Central Time, if I'm not mistaken, to watch your Super Sunday broadcast. I think Rudy's back, is he, tomorrow? We'll see. And we're excited about your trip to Chicago coming up. So thank you, Kevin. And thank you, as always, for the use of your Jackery batteries, which power this broadcast and all of our broadcasts. We have nothing going on. Oh, what is this? We have reversed operations. Oh, that's why it's so quiet here. Well, this was unexpected. Well, we have apparently seen our last flight coming in from the north. We are in reverse ops. And let me explain that to you. So here's DFW Airport. There's me. I'm not supposed to be on there. I'll get me out of there. There's DFW Airport. We are... Now, why am I there? Okay. We are where the blue Runway DFW logo is located. And normally, for South Flow... All right, enough of that. For South Flow, the planes land from the north and take off from the north on runways 18. They land on 18 right, take off on 18 left. Well, the winds have apparently blown about, so now we're in north flow, as I explained it to you in that little box there, as Bruce Hunter is our new subscriber. And so the planes are taking off from runway 36 left, or 36 right, way down there at the other end of the airport. So I don't think we'll be here much longer, because at night it doesn't work that well for us. So there you go. So Bill Platt says, oh wow, I never saw an airport flip live on the air. It's happened. Chad Hart says that's one big airfield. Yes, it is. In fact, was it last week? Last Saturday we saw this happen? I can't remember. So let me look. No wonder nothing was happening up here. Looks like American Eagle Flight 3671 to Abilene, Texas is next out of the gate on 36 right. It's an Embraer 175. And we'll give you a look at what it kind of looks like. And it's not the greatest for our purposes. Because that's as far as, that's the plane rolling there with the towers of Cedar Hill in the background, and that's as far in as we can zoom. Unless we want to go digital zoom, and I don't think we want to do that. So the winds seem to be blowing from the east now, and I guess maybe they're shifting around to the north at some point, but yeah, this is not ideal for us. So there we are looking south, and you can kind of see the planes lined up to take off there. That's pretty hard to see. Guadalupe Tanguma 1 is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Guadalupe. That was American Eagle Flight 3453 off to Amarillo, Texas, in the Panhandle area of the state. Rolling down there now is a 737 off to Oklahoma City, I believe. Thought I pushed the right button there. My buttons aren't working again. Well, I won't pretend to follow that. I'll just have to let you see it. That's the one that's going to Oklahoma City. A flight from Corpus Christi is next out of the gate. Corpus Christi, Texas. American Eagle 3910. And Embraer 175, and there you see it rolling.
Hello, down runway 3763, visual 36 left.
Did I miss it?
clear, land 36 left on
There
board,
it is.
763. Into 08014. American 2409 on AF2 Haskell 36 right at Bravo for takeoff.
On after Haskell, clear for takeoff, 36 right Bravo, American 2409.
3910, also 36 right with kilo.
Also 36 right with kilo with your next.
329, Bravo on the way.
Good night.
Tower American 2406 is visual for 36 left.
32406 is entirely 36 left.
Well, there's lots of planes taking off. That's American Flight 2409 to Fresno, California. Let me see if we can get camera A hooked up here. No, camera A is, there it is. Our friend Q Whispers AMSR checks in, says, evening all.
Say again the wind.
Say again?
The wind check.
Wind is 08015.
And my remote camera switcher not working tonight.
439, St. Louis Kilo Cross, 36 right, ground 25. Good night.
With kilo cross 36 right, ground on this side, convoy 3910. American 2229, visual 36 left.
2229, yes, entirely 36 left, building.
Clear land 36 left, American 2229.
Working on everybody's part, working on one left-back part of the east side.
We lost our signal again. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Our friend and channel member Fareed Abed says, Runway DFW, hello Walter, hello to you Fareed. Happy to have you here. I think we just had a disturbance in the force.
Cross runway 36 right at Whiskey Kilo on 13763.
Who was saying this? Stephen Ramey, channel member, says, fun fact, 5 LAX airports will fit inside DFW Airport. And Allison N, channel member, says, stay until it's 85 degrees. Well, we're getting closer. I think when we started it was 98, so.
Tower on board 3553, 1.5, Charlotte, confidential.
43563,
You can kind of see some of the flights coming in there on the left are coming on the east side of the airport. And Dale Helton, channel member, says, it's fine now, just a quick glitch. Well, we've suffered quite enough, internet. Leave us alone.
And for American 2406, what kind of aircraft was that landed in front of us?
E-170.
American Flight 80, which is destined for London Heathrow Airport, has backed out of Terminal D. That's it there. That big plane kind of in the center right of your screen. It is a 777 off to Heathrow.
Sequence beyond 4034, American 488, Tower 4961, American 2697.
And Turkish flight 192 has now backed out of its berth at Terminal D. It's a 7879. It's going to Istanbul. Let's see if we can see it. I see the Iberia tail. I don't see the Turkish tail. He's still hiding from us. And there's a pretty good chance it'll go over to the east side for takeoff. Mrs. Runway DFW says, "Oh no, I have to leave again. I hope it unjinxes Walt. He was doing good before." Yeah, stay as it cools off, Walt. Well, the problem is a combination of, and there's the Turkish Dreamliner peeking out from back there. The problem is that the change in winds and the fact that we're in north flow now, and things are just not as easy to picture for you guys. But I have to agree with our channel member Chuck Tolsma. Airports at night are awesome. I concur, Mr. Tolsma. What's happening to our camera there? Well, a plane is taking off. Let's see what we can do with that. That was American Eagle 4034, number 175. It's going to Moline, Illinois. About to roll down runway 36. Is it going on 36 left? Oh no, it's coming in. I'm sorry, I'm looking at an incoming flight. I've forgotten all about we have flights that are incoming. Shall I give you a look at the incoming flights? There they are, as seen from our vantage point. I think we see 3 in this shot. The first of which is American Flight 1871 from Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A321, and you know, again, from this distance, given the fact that our lens doesn't go as far in as our daytime lens does, this is the view we get of landings. Now, I'm not complaining, but everything is pretty far away.
Forward Tower, American 2833 is with you for 36 left.
2833, DFW Tower, 36 left, clear land, wind to 07018.
Clear land, 36 left, 2833.
So there's a landing.
Return Echo 2 for American 820.
Local 744, traffic 2 out, cross runway 365, taxi to the ramp.
Cross 6 is left, Charlie to the ramp, local 744.
49.
And there's the queue for planes to take off. John Michael says, hey Walt, if you had a chance to check out Kevin's new departure and arrival times when they broadcast at the bottom of the screen. Yes! That is a super new addition to Airline Videos Live. Kevin is to be commended for that really super new handy thing that just makes his broadcast better and better. And it's proprietary to his channel. John Mills says sound quality is good, commentary on point. Thank you, John. Kiwi Whispers ASMR says, I don't know how you do it, Walt. I can barely be outside 5 minutes in this Texas heat before I gotta go back in. Well, you know, it's, you get used to it. As I think I've mentioned here on the broadcast before, this is Runway DFW and I keep the temperature very, relatively high. I think the thermostat is set at 78 degrees. And in my office, my home office, it's usually 80 in there. So when you're accustomed to those kind of temperatures indoors, I have to tell you, when you come in from 98 degrees, it feels cool. And we save some money on electricity too, so. Did I even tell you what that was? That was Flight 1406, American Airlines to San Antonio, Texas, an Airbus A380. Next off is American Flight 2833, bound for Los Angeles. No, I'm sorry. That's a flight that's coming in from Los Angeles. I keep looking at the wrong thing. The American Flight 80 to Heathrow, that 777 we saw earlier, is headed in the direction of takeoff down there, but it could always veer off the bridge to the east side, which I would not be surprised if it did.
Tower American 1737, visual 36 left.
1737, DFW Tower, 36 left, to land with 08016.
Clear to land, 36 left, American 1737.
Tower envoy 3889, 36 left.
3889, DFW Tower, 36 left, to land.
36 left, clear to land, envoy 3889.
Bill Platt says, I know Walt doesn't like the nighttime reverse ops, but the close-ups of them climbing out looks really cool at night. It's almost like CGI. Well, the camera, of course, is having to boost up the picture quite a bit. This is going to be flight 844 to Lubbock, coming. There it is. Lubbock, Texas. It helps that we have a few clouds in the sky tonight that kind of provide some background. And the Heathrow flight is going over the bridge to the east side, so I won't see that. American flight 1555 is now rolling down runway 36 right. A 737-800. It's going to Grand Rapids, Michigan. I kind of lost visual of it.
Affirmative, join your final 365. 2709 on at the actual, on at the G-line, 365.
Oh, there it is.
2709.
And rolling down the runway there, American Flight 2709 to Palm Springs in California. Next departure, which you'll see here in a second, is American Eagle Flight 3889 to Monterrey in Mexico. An Embraer 175, there it is there.
36 left to the land on board, this range here. Hold in position at 12 8. Cross 36 right down 25. Cross 36 right, Golf 8.85, American 76 coming in. 2033 at Whiskey Foxtrot, cross 36 right down 25. Cross 36 right on Whiskey Foxtrot, 0.85 American, 2033. 63 and Skywest, 5,000, cross 136 right, Whiskey Golf, round 0.85. 63. That was my thought. Still across 36 right, contact ground 25 on board WA. American 48 tonight. Go with my thought too.
I've lost all track of time. It's 9:46 local time here. Eduardo Servicios Informáticos says, hello, Walt. Greetings from Argentina. I will be there next September at DFW, flying with American Airlines, a layover for my trip to Glacier National Park. Your broadcasts are always great. Thank you, Eduardo. That is very kind of you to say. Hope you're having more temperate temperatures than we are down there in the southern hemisphere.
DFW Tower on board 3790, visual 36 left.
3790, DFW Tower, 36 left to land, wind 09015.
Clear to land, 36 left on board 3790.
Nice 2005, RNAV 2 Haskell and a 36 right Alpha for takeoff. RNAV Haskell for the takeoff, 36 right Alpha, nice 2005. 1747, DFW Tower, 36 right at Bravo, line of weight. Line of way 1, 36 right at Bravo.
There's now another American Airlines jet, another 777, Flight 81, bound for Heathrow. Oh no, it came in from Heathrow. Sorry about that. Yeah, maybe time for me to go. I'm getting all jumbled here. We've got United Flight 2005 to San Francisco and Airbus A319, which is rolling our way. There it is.
Clear, D-line 36 right on Bravo, clear to take off, American
1676, DFW Tower, 36 right Alpha, line of weight.
And again, that was going to San Francisco, and the flight, and you can see that that one was just barely in the air when the next plane got the clearance to take off. I should tell you that that was American Airlines Flight 1747 going to Austin, Texas, a 737-800, and rolling down the runway now. Let's see if we can pick this one up out of the sky. There it is. It's an American Airlines Airbus A319. It's off to Wichita, Kansas. Seem to be having some more internet issues here.
And tower on boy 3644 visual. We're 36 left.
Cross 36 right, American 21-7. Yes, sir.
If you can hear me, I'm saying that I'm aware of the connection issues that we're having now. I think we're kind of back on track, but I think because of the fact that we are in North Flow, which doesn't really make for a great presentation, I think we're going to bring this edition of Runway DFW to a close. But you know, before we do that, we must present to you, well, we don't have to, but I want to. I want to show you the names of the people who help make our broadcast work. I don't know if you could hear me thanking our channel sponsor and Kevin of Airline Videos Live, because I don't think our microphone fed through that part, but you saw them on the screen. Thanks to everybody for watching tonight. We'll be back soon with another edition of Runway DFW, and who knows, maybe it will even be an After Dark episode. Do I have our After Dark? No, I don't have our logo. But you've been watching Runway DFW. Thanks to everybody again, and thank you for your support and your kindness and your comments, and we'll see you again soon. Happy contrails to you until we meet again. I'm trying to get to 10 o'clock is what I'm doing here. Almost made it. Okay, there you go, 10 o'clock Central Time. Be sure to tune in to Kevin at Airline Videos Live, and I think he's got Rudy back tomorrow for the big Sunday spectacular from LAX. And until next time here at DFW Airport, thanks and goodbye.